Hey, I'm Jasmine Jimenez from Jimenez Creations, and this show is called High Moments. Chai means in Hebrew life or alive. In this show, I will invite you to join me, a non-Jew, to discover the Jewish and Israeli culture. So, we will listen to many stories, music, we will try some foods, and many more. This show is also my way to fight against antisemitism. Keep in mind, during this curation and during the making of this video, I had to work with limited equipment. So, if you want to support this concept and this show, please check the links down below and you can treat me on a coffee. With this, I can save some money to invest in better equipment. Welcome to the first episode of High Moments. Episode 1, The Man Behind the IDF Soldier. Meet my friend Moty.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And I saw a show called High Moments. Of course you know what high means, right?
Yeah.
Yes, so it means alive or live.
Yeah.
Yes?
High means actually, yeah, like you said, alive.
Alive.
Yeah.
Yes. It's interesting. I like that part.
Yeah.
Alive. And so I've decided to call High Moments. So the show is called High Moments. And in this show I want to discover the Jewish culture and the Israeli culture as well, because it's connected.
That's true.
And of course, because of all the misinformation as well. I'm also a non-Jew.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, I'm not a Jew because the people online think I'm a Jew.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to stand up for you guys and like let my Jewish friend know like they are not alone.
Yeah.
Sometimes it looks like that, but you're not.
I would just like to add a comment about this, that you don't have to be a Jew to support the Jewish cause, the Israeli cause, but we will speak about these subjects later on.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
So my first question is, what's your name, age and profession?
Yeah. So, first of all, nice to meet you, nice to meet everyone. My name is Moty.
Yeah.
I'm 24 years old, born and raised in Israel.
Yeah.
Right now, I have been on delegation here in the Netherlands for 2 years. I've been working for the Israeli embassy.
Oh wow.
And now I'm going back.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you really lived here in the Netherlands for your job, for Israel.
Yes.
It's amazing. So, this culture, because you grew up in Israel,
Yes.
it's culture that you had at home as well. Because you told me in our conversation before,
Yeah.
hey, as a different background, apparently you had some things in common as well. So
Yeah.
that's interesting. Can you
Yeah.
tell more about it?
Of course. So, basically, as you know, and as the others probably guessed, I am Jewish from both sides. My family is a Sephardi Jew.
Yeah.
For those of you who are not familiar with the term, it's basically the Jews that were placed in the Iberian Peninsula after the destruction of the first temple, which was around 586 BC, and stayed there until the mass deportation by the Spanish royal family at the time of King Fernando II and then Queen Isabella. Those Jews adopted the name Sefaradis. Sfarad in Hebrew means Spanish, so we're basically Hispanic Jews. These Jews went to 3 main locations. The first one is the Netherlands and Belgium, these type of areas. The second part was the New World that was just discovered. And the third one was the Ottoman Empire in the Balkans, in the North African region, where is my family from. So my family in its last generations were living in Bulgaria and in Israel all alike. So back to your question, the culture that I've been raised with is Jewish, Balkanic, Bulgarian, very spicy, very energetic.
Yes.
We are secular at our home, but we are keeping 2 traditions and faith.
Okay.
As you are well aware, Bulgaria until the end of the 80s, beginning of the 90s was completely communist.
Okay, I also the word that.
And religion was not allowed.
Yes.
And practices.
So you had the right to hide your Judaism.
Yes, because these were not acceptable things.
Yes.
And a lot of Jews, not only in Bulgaria but in other places affected with communism, like Romania, Russia, Poland, etc., had to, as you said, hide their identity, to keep a low profile.
Yes.
And when those regimes were over, we were able to express our feelings and culture and religion once again.
It's amazing. And you mentioned Ottoman Empire.
Yeah.
I know where it stands for, but a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
For example, you had before Israel, there had Britain over there,
Yes.
and before the Britain,
Was the Ottoman Empire actually?
so that's why I tell you guys more and more often, the Jewish people already were there at that place at the time. Do you want something to add?
The Jews actually have been in this place for 4,000 years.
Exactly.
Diasporas or not, there have always been Jewish communities all over. While we were governing the region in kingdoms like the Kingdom of Israel, of Judea, the Hasmonean kingdom as well, or as we were part of the living groups,
Yeah.
like the Ottoman Empire, like the Muslim caliphates, even the Crusader states. There have always been Jewish community present,
Yes.
big or small.
Yes. Yes. It's just true. That's very interesting because you have a mixed home, so it's a beautiful mix.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful mix. And I was curious because I just discovered the Israeli kitchen, and I made hashuka at home. I don't know.
Shakshuka?
Shakshuka, yes.
Yeah.
It was delicious. I've made the Israeli version of it. And I was wondering, what's your favorite dish?
Where can I begin? The Israeli cuisine kitchen is so rich, but I would say Jerusalemite mix,
Yes.
and also shawarma from Old Jaffa.
Oh.
This is where you go and you have the best one around.
And do you like shawarma in the Netherlands as well?
Depends who's making it.
It's really
Depends who's making it.
Thank you, right. Your daily life. Can you describe your daily life or daily routine in Israel when you lived back home?
Of course. So first of all, when I would wake up, I would arrange myself, I would make my bed, and go out for studies or for the gymnastics, or even when I was still serving in the military.
You're surfing.
I was serving in the military for 3 years.
Surfing, okay.
Yeah, I surf. Now, then I would go and spend my weeks there, and then I would go home on the weekends. Yeah.
And it's an obligation to serve the military?
It is by law, unless of course you're not fit from physical or mental reasons. Women would most likely serve 2 years.
2 years? Oh,
most likely. And men would most likely serve for 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
Because I've discovered that Arabic people who Israeli don't have to join the army. Is that right? Or
They don't have, but a lot do.
not to?
Yes. From all over. Jews, Bedouin, Christian Arabs, Muslim Arabs.
Yeah.
A lot are joining.
Okay. And also, what's your favorite Israeli hangout spot?
Well, it's also a good question.
Yes.
Basically, I come from center of Israel. That's where I was born, where I was raised. And of course, Tel Aviv is known for its exciting nightlife.
And beautiful people.
Beautiful people, beautiful
pictures,
views, and beautiful locations.
Yes.
So I would recommend just going out to the vast and nice beaches over there, and around the old city also. You'll have the best time of your life, and that's a guarantee.
Hey, I can wait. I will visit one day. I've told you before many times. So, what do you think is the most iconic Israeli dish? It's a little bit the same like your favorite dish, but maybe something so typical from Tel Aviv, for example, or maybe another place in Israel.
Yep. there's actually a place in my city in Givatayim called Sabich. It's the place called Ovad Sabich, because Ovad, the guy, is making the best dish ever. Sabich is basically a pita bread with eggplants, with onion, with other vegetables.
Yes.
With a lot of spicy.
Sounds great.
A lot of spicy, a lot of tahini as well.
Yeah.
And it is the best.
I believe you. I believe you. Okay, now I want to talk about your Jewish identity.
Yeah.
So, what does Judaism mean to you personally?
It's a good question, and I will answer it.
Okay.
For me, Judaism in general is home.
Ah, that's sweet.
And yes, because my family, at least, fought so hard to keep the identity and the way of life, even though when things were not allowed back in the day. And they were trying to actually to keep the traditions of their parents and their parents before them. So for me also Judaism is an obligation.
Yeah.
I think that me personally should continue the way of life
Yes.
of my people and my family and my brothers and sisters all over.
Yeah. And guys have a beautiful culture, because I learn almost every day something new, because you guys have such a long history.
Yeah.
And just amaze me. And like, you see it in your food, you see it in your people, in your traditions, like you said.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. But that's my opinion, my humble opinion. How does it influence your everyday life?
It actually does, and basically, either if it's in the way that I approach things, I would always think what are the best values, because in the Judaism you have many values like charity, helping others,
Yes.
opening your door, hospitality, and it does affect the way that I approach things, because
Yes.
I would like to follow those values as well.
Yes.
I would like to be hospitable. I would like to open my hand to donate to those who are in need, and this is how I believe people should approach it.
Yes. That's nice. Are you more of a secular Jew? Like, for those at home, you have different levels of Judaism. I don't know if you can explain that.
If it's too much to explain in one time,
Yes.
but there are many branches to the same tree. Can be secular Jew, can be conservative Jew, Orthodox,
Yeah.
Reform, conservative, and in the end it's the same branch, the same tree.
Yes.
I would consider myself, I am a secular Jew, and although I am secular, I keep traditions and conservatism.
Okay.
So I'm basically a secular Jew with conservative views
Yes.
about other things.
That's interesting. That's really interesting. And now we are going to talk about a little bit a more heavy topic. Antisemitism.
Yep.
I myself actually want to say just discrimination against Jews, because I've discovered that the word wasn't even invented by you guys yourself. But anyways, it has a word, it exists. And I wonder, have you experienced antisemitism in the Netherlands?
Before I touch this topic, I would like to clarify something.
Yes, of course.
Anti-Semitism, it's not a new phenomenon.
And of course not.
It's been around for millenniums.
Yes.
And,
Like you said, the diaspora and
the diaspora even before that.
yeah.
And it's sad to say that my parents have been through it, my grandparents and their parents before them. The main time I truly felt anti-Semitism in the Netherlands, which did not happen a lot. I must point out, I found here many friends and many allies
Yes.
to my people and to my nation. But
Glad for you.
yeah, thank you very much. But the time that I truly felt threatened was at November 7th, where well, not so far from here, in the Bangor Arena, in the Ziggo Dome, there was a game between Ajax Amsterdam and Maccabi Tel Aviv. And after that, we all are aware of what happened, but for those who are not, I will explain. Basically, there was a targeted attack on Maccabi Tel Aviv fans and Israelis in general that came to see the game, simply because they're Jewish, no other reason.
And it was also planned, because there have been denials, and the burgemeester, I can't account the English name for now, right now, but Femke Halsema said first it's a pogrom, and then she changed her mind. But after that, there's been evidence it was targeted, it was planned, and the people came also not just from Amsterdam. So if you haven't seen that or you've missed that part, I can imagine, because they didn't show a lot of news. Now they have evidence that yes, it has been planned.
And I must add that because I myself live here, I experience it differently than the visitors, the football fans. It saddens me to say it, but on the night that the incident happened, I myself helped a young couple that was caught in the midst of the fights to go back to their hotels, and I escorted them and made sure if they're all doing well and are not harmed. So this was a really hectic, very confusing night.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But I'm of course glad that the Dutch authorities managed to take care of it as quick as they did.
It was also for people like me and other Dutch people. I don't know if you've experienced that, but it was also for me very confusing. Wow, how could this happen here? It never has been happened. It was so many years ago. So it was a shock to me as well. Unfortunately. And has it affected you personally, or in your personal life, or any?
In my personal, I would say I became a bit more cautious.
Yes.
A bit more calculated.
Yeah.
Of course, it did not change my opinion, not about the Netherlands and not about Dutch people, because as I mentioned before, I have many allies and friends who immediately checked up on me the night of the event, of the attack. Most of them not Jewish, by the way, Dutch, born and raised, from all over.
Also a mutual friend.
Yeah, also our mutual friend. And
okay, now it's gets a little bit more heavy. October 7th. What does October 7th signify to you? What does it mean to you?
First of all, October 7th, I could say it still is, one of the darkest days of my life. I have to admit, when the October 7th happened, when this whole day happened, I was stationed in Dubai from work. I was not neither in the Netherlands nor in Israel, and I lost 5 friends that day. And yes, it was. Thank you. And it was a shock. It was disbelief. It was so much sorrow emerged in Israel, and because I was stationed in Dubai, and because the whole incident, I was not even permitted, not from work, not from Israeli aviation, to go back. So I didn't even make it in time for their funerals.
Oh my God.
And I believe that October 7th, as harsh and devastating and sad as it is here to teach us a lesson that we might have forgotten, that we have our own state for reasons, to stay together, all of us, Jews, non-Jews, together against darker forces, terrorist forces, and to make sure that our citizens stay safe. Because for those of you who are not aware, that besides the Jews that were killed that day, also many Muslims were killed that day, and many Christians were serving as police, and Druze and Bedouins. This thing is not about us as one community. Is it about us as a nation that is like a mosaic that is built from many ethnicities and cultures?
It is actually the dream of the left, sadly, yeah. Because I told you I have a lot of left friends, and when October 7th happened, they were quiet. So it made me sad.
Let us not mix between the left and the woke culture.
Yes, you have, yeah.
I believe that the left did show support.
They are.
And they are. And the woke has its own agenda. I'm not sure what is it, but they have their own agenda. They have their own way of looking at things. And hopefully we'll see eye to eye one day. And
yes.
For now it's not the case, but
no,
we stay optimistic.
This definitely, but like for here, we try to show them, or just like, hey, it has happened, and the problem was, and you can blame people that don't know, but the problem was they wouldn't believe. So that was a struggle, and I hope that more groups will see, oh, it has happened, and feel just empathy, so basic human empathy.
Yeah.
That's what I hope. Because at the end we are human beings, and like we didn't know each other, like we just know each other for 2 days, and see how much we have in common.
Exactly.
So, okay, cancel about Israel, because I've heard a lot. I know a lot isn't true, a lot is complicated, so it's nice for me to speak to you. With your background, you can, teach me how it is, how you've lived about that. So the first claim is, some claim that Israel commits genocide. How do you respond to this?
Well, if you look at the dictionary,
Yes.
Genocide means that there has been an attempted an attempted will to eradicate a certain group. Can be political, religious, and this is not what we're doing. Because through all of our existence as an independent state for 75, 76 almost years, our targets, I would say, our mission, our objectives were totally military. Either if it's against other Arabic nations like Egypt, Jordan, Syria, and by the way, which, if you don't know, we already have a peace with both Egypt and Jordan.
They don't know.
So now they will know.
No, you know.
And on the other hand, when the terror groups emerged, their first objective is to make sure to harm the civilians, to try to eradicate the civilians. So it will give you some moment to think, who is doing the real genocide here, who is attempting to do the real genocide here.
Yes. Second one, critics also accuse Israel of enforcing an apartheid system. How do you look at it? Sorry.
Well, first of all, if you look at true apartheid states like South Africa and others, you would see complete segregation between communities, between populations.
Between skin color.
With skin color.
Yeah.
For us, it is not the case. Of course, you have Jews with many colors. You have with many I would say, with the cultures and traditions.
Just to stop there, he said Jews with many colors because there's been a stereotype that Jews are only white. So you've heard
No,
many colors, many shapes, many backgrounds.
we have my best friend,
Yeah,
Ethiopian Jew and Russian Jew.
yeah,
I myself, besides being Bulgarian, I have roots in Greece and in Turkey and in Morocco. And besides even that, I went to school with Muslim children,
yes,
the Arabic children. I served in the military with Muslim Bedouin people. One of my commanders was a Bedouin. And those who claim, and also, I don't know if you're adding it later, in what apartheid state a Muslim judge can send an Israeli president to prison, a Jewish Israeli president to prison. And it just shows you that we do not separate people between their skin color or racial stereotypes. We segregate them, we differ them between their will to cooperate with us as a society and those who want to oppose the idea of society and want to harm the people. And those who claim otherwise, in the Netherlands or in the world in general, are either wrong and don't know, or are lying and should be exposed.
yes. Yeah. Most of the time they don't know and they say, I've heard.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
In Judaism tradition, we always say, go out and learn. And I will say it in Hebrew, Tzeh ulemad.
Beautiful.
This is one of the most important things as well. Because if you're only relying on things that are being told to you by others, what is your own personal thought?
Yes. And also, I've read that Arabic has a special, the language Arabic has a special place in Israel. Can you explain just a little bit more?
Arabic is our second language. You can see it all over, even in road signs. We have it in 3 languages, in Hebrew, in Arabic, and in English.
Yes, because your English like.
So, thank you very much. Arabic is considered the second language of Israel.
Yeah.
We learn it at school.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
personally learned it at school as well.
So you know some Arabic? Can you just speak one sentence?
طبعا أحكي العربي بس مش منيح.
You see?
And as we learn it in school, we learn it with the people. To remind you, I'm from Givatayim, which is like the suburban area of Tel Aviv, which is 5 minutes from Jaffa as well.
Yes.
And before that, I used to live in a city called Ramla. And Ramla is a really mixed city with the Jews and Arabs from all over, from all places. And this is why also the Arabic language itself has a really high value in our society as well.
Beautiful. Okay, perspective on others. That's also a famous topic. We are actually kind of repeating ourselves, maybe. But what are your thoughts on Palestinians?
The Palestinian idea is a very complex one.
It is. Yeah.
And I think that after the partition plan in 47, it became even more difficult than it was. One of the main reasons is that in the partition plan itself, there has been only defined regions, areas, but not exact borders.
Yeah.
It is hard to say that the state of Israel to this day does not have defined borders.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
So now you do. Now you do.
I told you guys, I learn every day since this topic, since Judaism. Wow.
And there have been many attempts to try to do peace and to quiet the area and to bring our Arab neighbors to good neighborhoodship. The biggest attempt, I think, was the Oslo Accords in the 90s.
Yeah.
And not only
That's with President.
Orlan,
Yeah.
but he was prime minister.
And the president, the American one, also was there. No, Kennedy.
No, Kennedy came way after.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton,
Yeah.
exactly. If you want to research what they were discussing about that plan, he had mentioned you have to look up Bill Clinton and the speech he gave last time, quite recently. Go on.
So I would say that not only did this accord did not succeed,
Yeah.
it created one of the biggest terrorist waves since the foundation of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that the final outcome of these terror waves was, in fact, October 7.
Yes.
But let us not generalize with a great Arab nation. After all, the Arabs and the Arab nation had a huge contribute and rich contribute to society, to history.
And they also have the same colors in the flag, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Most of the countries do.
Yeah.
But if you see the Arabic history for the war, they really contributed in the ways of arts, poetry, discoveries, science, and there have been many good values in Arabic culture, such as charity, the sadaqah, and also the hospitality, things that truly coexist and collide with Jewish traditions as well.
Wow. And then last one, maybe the obvious one. What's your opinion of Hamas and its actions?
So Hamas, its translation to English, it means overexcitement, overdoing something.
I don't know. Now I know.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And Hamas, by definition, by its own declaration, it's a zealous, extremist, religious Islamic Sunni group who wants to cancel the Jewish right of living in the land because we did not accept the teachings of Muhammad, of the Prophet Muhammad. And I believe our state, our army, our security forces should do the most to reduce this organization because it is not only harming us, it is harming their own people. So I believe we must stop them in any means necessary.
I agree. Final message.
Yeah.
It's faster than I thought. If you could say something to the world about Israel and the Jewish people, what will it be?
You come visit. The weather is nice. We have nice sea, nice food, friendly people, and you're all welcome.
And one last thing, too, actually. So the one thing is my followers don't know me that well because I've quite a small amount and they're friendly to me. But if you could if you're like them and you see me right now, you know me a little bit, actually you know me a little bit better than them.
Yeah.
You have a question for me.
Where did the interest or perhaps the spark of curiosity over the topic, because you're here
Yes.
thousands of miles away in the other side of the area, of the continent, of the globe, if you will, here in lovely Holland,
Lovely.
rain, and of course our country is thousands of miles away, deep in the sun. What brought you this interest, this curiosity?
First I saw a protest outside on pro-Palestine protest.
No.
And suddenly I saw a sign said "Go back to Poland." And something in me said that is just not right. And they called also Intifada as well.
Yeah.
It was before the selections here. And then I knew Wilders will win. And it happened. And I was like, something isn't right. Because I saw like mostly one side of the story. I was like, something is not right. And then I saw online a growing antisemitism. And I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was just shocked. And then I was like, this is not okay. And I saw, because I'm actually from the left, so a lot of left friends, because most artists are more left-minded. And I told him like, whoa, did you saw with the Jewish people? I can imagine, it is crazy. I thought I would never see that in my own life. And then they were silent. And something in me was like, yeah, this is not good. No, of course not every lefty, because I'm, for example, saw that it wasn't okay. But a lot of them chose the Palestinian side fully 100% without looking at the other side. Because I can imagine that I also feel sorry what's happening for both sides.
So my advice to all of your friends that chose the other side immediately, without doing a check, without reconsidering or considering, go and read. And as I said, you're always welcome at Israel, at our country, to experience. And then we can talk about that.
Yes, and I met some Israeli people, and like he just come for me. He drove 40 minutes just to see me, to speak with me. And other Israeli people I know are very hostile, very friendly. So keep an open mind.
Yeah, it's very important.
Yeah, very important. And just one thing, I don't know if you like sweets, but because you are listening to our country, you maybe you can share it with your family.
Oh!
And you have the houses.
Thank you very much.
I want to thank you.
Yeah.
And yes, and I was upload this, and by the way, I'm gonna make the video. Yeah, I'm gonna make a video of that with some explanation. Okay. Anyways, thank you, and
thank you very much.
bye bye.